Citroën. Citroën Full history. Citroën is a French automobile brand. The Automobiles Citroën manufacturing company was founded in March 1919 by André Citroën. Citroën has been owned by Stellantis since 2021 and previously was part of the PSA Group after Peugeot acquired 89.95% share in 1976. Citroën's head office is located in the Stellantis Poissy plant in Saint-Ouen-sur-Seine since 2021, previously in Rueil-Malmaison, and its offices studies and research in Vélizy-Villacoublay, Poissy, CEMR, Carrières-sous-Poissy and Sochaux-Montbéliard. In 1934, the firm established its reputation for innovative technology with the traction Avant. This was the world's first car to be mass-produced with front-wheel drive, four-wheel independent suspension, as well as unibody construction, omitting a separate chassis, and instead using the body of the car itself as its main load-bearing structure. In 1954, they produced the world's first hydropneumatic self-leveling suspension system. Then the revolutionary DS, the first mass-produced car with modern disc brakes, in 1955, and in 1967 they introduced in several of their models swiveling headlights that allowed for greater visibility on winding roads. These cars have received various national and international awards, including 3 European Car of the Year awards. Quick history. Citroën was already experienced in the automotive business, thanks to a successful 6-year stint working with Morse between 1908 and the outbreak of war. The decision to switch to automobile manufacturing was taken as early as 1916, which is the year when Citroën asked the engineer Louis Dufresne, previously with Panhard, to design a technically sophisticated 1.8 HP automobile he could produce in his factory once peace returned. In February 1917, Citroën contacted another engineer, Jules Salomon, who already had a considerable reputation within the French automotive sector as the creator, in 1909, of a little car called Le Zebri. The result was the Type A, announced to the press in March 1919, just 4 months after the guns fell silent. The first production Type A emerged from the factory, located at Quai de Javel, Vaugirard, Paris, at the end of May 1919, and in June it was exhibited at a showroom at No. 42. On the Champs-Élysées in Paris, which normally sold Alda cars. Citroën persuaded the owner of the Alda business, Fernand Charon, to lend him the showroom, which is still in use today. A few years later, Charon would be persuaded to become a major investor in the Citroën business. On 7 July 1919, the first customer took delivery of a new Citroën 10 HP Type A that same year, and Citroën briefly negotiated with General Motors a proposed sale of the Citroën company. After their 1940 occupation of France, the Nazis captured many of the Citroën half-track vehicles and armored them for their own use. Demonstrating extraordinary toughness, a 1923 Citroën that had already traveled 48,000 kilometers was the first car to be driven around Australia. Anders Citroën, issued 30 September 1927 share of the SA Anders Citroën, issued 30 September 1927 in 1924, Citroën began a business relationship with the American engineer Edward G. Budd. New competition division for touring cars. In 2012, Citroën announced plans to enter the World Touring Car Championship. The team transformed a DS3 WRC into a laboratory vehicle to help with early development, while the engine was an evolution of their WRC engine which had been used in the WRC since 2011. Citroën started developing the car for the new TC1 regulations, which were brought forward a year early in 2014 to expedite the entry of Citroën into the championship. The introduction of the new regulations a year earlier than planned gave a 7-month development head start to Citroën over the other manufacturers. This large development advantage combined with a big budget and a strong driver lineup made Citroën the clear favorite going into the first season of the new regulations in 2014. Citroën would go on to win most of the races that season as well as the manufacturer's title, while José María López won the driver's title. The team would repeat this feat in 2015 and 2016, before the factory team left the series at the end of 2016. A number of Citroëns were still raced by other teams in 2017, but were outpaced by the Hondas and the Volvos. Concept Cars. Citroën has produced numerous concept cars over the decades, previewing future design trends or technologies. Notable concepts include the Citroën Carène, 1980, Citroën Octiva, 1988, Citroën C Métis, 2006, GT by Citroën, 2008, and Citroën Survolt, 2010.